Hello, good evening. Hope you've had a fantastic day. I've had a long day, but a good one. A long day, but a good one. How about a little? Oh, let's start with something different. Let's start with something different. Ooh, haven't sang this for a while. Let's do this. Everybody looks good. When you're born, it's a beautiful thing. They put a pacifier in your mouth. You crawl around naked on the kitchen floor, and your mom and dad feel so proud. Everybody looks good at the starting line. Get on your marks, getting ready, but you better keep this in mind. You can hit the ground running like a shot from a gun, but going the distance is the hard part, son. Everybody looks good at the starting line. You fall in love, you tie the knot. You're on a permanent honeymoon. But 20 years later, when the thrill is gone, will she still be in love with you? Everybody looks good at the starting line. Get on your marks and getting ready, but you better keep this in mind. You can hit the ground running like a shot from a gun, but going the distance is the hard part, son. Everybody looks good at the starting line. Life is a race. We all got to run. So stand up and toe the line. I wish that I could say that it was all downhill, but there are mountains we got to climb. Everybody looks good at the starting line. Get on your marks and get ready, but you better keep this in mind. You can hit the ground running like a shot from a gun, but going the distance is the hard part, son. Everybody looks good at the starting line. Everybody looks good at the starting line. Whew, that was hard. Maybe. No tea. Where is my tea? Ah, there it is. Okay, get that lubed up a little bit. I think I was running a quart low. How about this, though? I'm just an old chunk of coal, but I'm gonna be a diamond someday. I'm gonna grow and glow till I'm so blue, pure, perfect. Gonna put a smile on everybody's face. I'm gonna kneel and pray every day, lest I should become vain along the way. I'm just an old chunk of coal now, Lord, but I'm gonna be a diamond someday. I'm gonna learn the best way to walk. Gonna search and find a better way to talk. I'm gonna spit and polish my own rough-edged self till I get rid of every single flaw. I'm gonna be the world's best friend. Gonna go around shaking everybody's hand. I'm gonna be the cotton picking rage of the age. I'm gonna be a diamond someday. Hey, I'm just an old chunk of coal, but I'm gonna be a diamond someday. I'm gonna grow and glow till I'm so blue, pure, perfect. Gonna put a smile on everybody's face. I'm gonna kneel and pray every day, lest I should become vain along the way. I'm just an old chunk of coal now, Lord, but I'm gonna be a diamond someday. I'm gonna learn the best way to walk. Gonna search and find a better way to talk. I'm gonna spit and polish my own rough-edged self till I get rid of every single flaw. I'm gonna be the world's best friend. Gonna search around, find everybody's hand. I'm gonna be the cotton picking rage of the age. I'm gonna be a diamond someday. Hey, I'm just an old chunk of coal. Okay, how about the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald? Let's try that. Oh, you know what? Wait a minute. No. What's the other song by him? Sundown. That's one. Well, not other. Like there's only one. He's got a bunch of them. Let's do that one first, and then wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. I can see her lying back in a satin dress in a room where you do what you don't confess. A sundown, you better take care if I find you've been creeping around my back stairs. Sundown, you better take care if I find you've been creeping around my back stairs. She's been looking like a queen in a sailor's dream, and she don't always say what she really means. Sometimes I think it's a shame when I get feeling better when I'm feeling no pain. Sometimes I think it's a shame when I get feeling better when I'm feeling no pain. I can picture every move that a man could make. Getting lost in her loving is your first mistake. A sundown, you better take care if I find you've been creeping around my back stairs. Sometimes I think it's a sin when I feel like I'm winning and I'm losing again. I can see her looking fast in her faded jeans. She's a hard-loving woman, got me feeling mean. Or sometimes I think it's a shame when I get feeling better when I'm feeling no pain. A sundown, you better take care if I find you've been creeping around my back stairs. A sundown, you better take care if I find you've been creeping down my back stairs. Sometimes I think it's a sin when I feel like I'm winning, when I'm losing again. All right. Now, wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. The legend lives on from the Chippewa on down of the big lake they call Gitchagumi. The lake, it is said, never gives up her dead when the skies of November turn gloomy. With a load of iron ore, 26,000 tons more than the Edmund Fitzgerald weighed empty. That good ship and crew was a bone to be chewed when the gales of November came early. The ship was the pride of the American side, coming back from some mill in Wisconsin. As the big freighters go, it was bigger than most, with a crew and good captain well seasoned, concluding some terms with a couple of steel firms when they left fully loaded for Cleveland. And later that night, when the ship's bell rang, could it be the north wind they've been feeling? The wind in the wires made a tattletale sound, and a wave broke over the railing. And every man knew, as the captain did too, 'twas the witch of November come stealing. The dawn came late, and the breakfast had to wait when the gales of November came slashing. When afternoon came, it was freezing rain in the face of a hurricane west wind. When supper time came, the old cook come on deck, saying, "Fellas, it's too rough to feed ya." At 7 p.m., a main hatchway caved in. He said, "Fellas, it's been good to know ya." The captain wide in, he had water coming in, and the good ship and crew was in peril. And later that night, when the ship lights went out of sight, came the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Does anyone know where the love of God goes when the waves turn the minutes to hours? The searchers all say they'd have made Whitefish Bay if they put 15 more miles behind her. They might have split up, or they might have capsized. They might have broke deep and took water. And all that remains is the faces and the names of the wives and the sons and the daughters. Lake Huron rolls, Superior sings in the rooms of her ice water mansion. Old Michigan steams like a young man's dreams. The islands and bays are for sportsmen. And farther down below, Lake Ontario takes in what Lake Erie can send her. And the iron boats go, as the mariners all know, with the gales of November remembered. In a musty old hall in Detroit they prayed in the Maritime Sailors Cathedral. The church bell chimed till it rang 29 times for each man on the Edmund Fitzgerald. The legend lives on from the Chippewa on down of the big lake they call Gitchagumi. Superior, they said, never gives up her dead when the gales of November come early. How about the sad story of Sandy Gray, the rash young man who was not afraid, but perhaps he should have had just a little bit of fear happening? Sandy. In the melting snows of Ontario, where the wind'll make you shiver, in the month of May up in the Georgian Bay, near the mouth of the Musquash River, where the bears prowl and the coyotes howl, and you can hear the osprey scream. Back in '99, we were cutting pine and sending it down the stream, boys, sending it down the stream. Young Sandy Gray came from Go Home Bay, all the way from PEI, where the weather's rough and it makes you tough, and no man's afraid to die. Sandy came a smiling 30,000 islands was the place to claim his glory. Now Sandy's gone, but his name lives on. This is Sandy's story. This is Sandy's story. Now Sandy Gray was the boss of the men who tossed the trees on the shore. They come and go till they built a flow, 100,000 logs or more. And they'd ride 'em down to Severn Sound to cut 'em up in the mills for timber. And the ships would haul spring, summer, or fall till the ice came in December. Till the ice came in December. One Sabbath day, big Sandy Gray came into camp with a peavy on his shoulder. With a thunder crack, he dropped his axe, and the room got a little bit colder. The room got a little bit colder. He said, come on, all you, we got work to do. We got to give her all we can give her. There's a jam of logs at the little jog near the mouth of the Musquash River, near the mouth of the Musquash River. With no time to pray on the Lord's day, they were hoping for God's forgiveness. But the jam was high in a troubled sky, and they set about their business. They poked with poles and they ran with the rolls and tried to stay on their feet. Every trick they tried, a man would cry, this log jam's got us beat, boys. This log jam's got us beat. But Sandy Gray was not afraid. He let out a mighty yell. I'll be damned, well, break this jam, or it's breakfast in hell, boys. Breakfast in hell, boys. Now, every one of the men did the work at 10, and Sandy scrambled up to the top. He was working like a dog, heaving 30-foot logs, and it looked like he'd never stop. They struggled on, these men so strong, till the band began to sway. Then they dove for cover to the banks of the river, all except Sandy Gray, all except Sandy Gray. Now, with thoughts of death, they held their breath as they saw their friend go down. They all knew in a second or two he'd be crushed or frozen or drowned. They saw him fall and they heard him call just once, and then it was over. Young Sandy Gray gave his life that day near the mouth of the Musquash River, near the mouth of the Musquash River. But Sandy Gray was not afraid, and he let out a mighty yell. I'll be damned, we'll break this jam, or it's breakfast in hell, boys, breakfast in hell. Excuse me. Oh, this is a Bob Seger song. I'm going to try it. I put it on here, but I never learned it. Sail on, sister, won't sail on, my sister, keep sailing on. 'Cause your papa loves you, and your mama loves you, and your little baby sister does too. Oh, she loves you. Keep sailing on, keep sailing on, sail on, my sister. Oh, sister, keep sailing on. No, no. Let's try something else. All right. How about Rodeo by Garth Brooks? His eyes are cold and restless. His wounds have almost healed. And she'd give half of Texas just to change the way he feels. She knows his love's in Tulsa. She knows he's gonna go. Well, it ain't no woman, flesh and blood. It's that damned old rodeo. Well, it's bulls and blood. It's a dust and mud. It's the roar of a Sunday crowd. It's the white in his knuckles, the gold in the buckle. He'll win the next go round. It's boots and chaps, it's cowboy hats, it's spurs and a ladder go. It's the ropes and the reins and the John the Pain, and they call the thing a rodeo. She does her best to hold him when his love comes to call. But his need for it controls a man who backs against the wall. And it's so long, girl, I see ya when it's time for him to go. You know the woman wants her cowboy like he wants his rodeo. Well, it's bulls and blood, it's a dust and mud, it's a roar of a Sunday crowd. It's the white in his knuckles, the gold in the buckle. He'll win the next go round. It's boots and chaps, it's cowboy hats, it's spurs and a ladder go. There's the ropes and the reins and the John the Pain, and they call the thing a rodeo. It'll drive a cowboy crazy. It'll drive a man insane. He'll sell off everything he owns just to pay to play the game. And a broken home and some broken bones is all he'll have to show. For all the years that he's been chasing this dream they call rodeo. Well, it's bulls and blood, it's a dust and mud, it's a roar of a Sunday crowd. It's the white in his knuckles, the gold in the buckle. He'll win the next go round. It's boots and chaps, it's cowboy hats, it's spurs and a ladder go. It's the ropes and the reins and the John the Pain, and they call the thing a rodeo. It's the steers in the mud, it's the Bronx in the blood, it's the steers in the mud, and they call the thing rodeo. Okay, how about another Garth Brooks song? There's a fire burning bright at our house tonight. A slow music playing and soft candlelight. On her lips I keep tasting warm red wine. You're there in her arms, but it's all in my mind. Snow is piled high on the highway tonight. I'm a ship lost at sea on this ocean of white. 18 wheels anchored somewhere out of Dover. I wish I could hold her instead of hugging this old cold shoulder. This old highway is like a woman sometimes. She could be your best friend, but she's a real jealous kind. She's the lady that leads me to the life I dreamed of. She's the mistress that keeps me from the ones that I love. Snow is piled high on the highway tonight. I'm a ship lost at sea on this ocean of white. 18 wheels anchored somewhere out of Dover. I wish I could hold her instead of hugging this old cold shoulder. Lord, I wish I could hold her instead of hugging this old cold shoulder. How about a little secret agent man? There's a man who leads a life of danger. To everyone he meets, he stays a stranger. With every move he makes, another chance he takes. Odds are he won't live to see tomorrow. A secret agent man, secret agent man. They're giving you a number and taking away your name. Beware of pretty faces that you find. A pretty face can hide an evil mind. Be careful what you say, or you'll give yourself away. Odds are you won't live to see tomorrow. Secret agent man, secret agent man. They're giving you a number, I'm taking away your name. Secret agent man, secret agent man. They're giving you a number, I'm taking away your name. A swinging on the Riviera one day, and then laying in the Bombay alley next day. Oh no, you let the wrong word slip while kissing persuasive lips. Odds are you won't live to see tomorrow. Secret agent man, secret agent man. They're giving you a number, I'm taking away your name. Secret agent man. How about Satisfied Mind by Johnny Cash? How many times have you heard someone say, if I had his money, I would do things my way? But little they know that it's so hard to find one rich man in 10 with a satisfied mind. Once I was waiting in fortune and fame, everything that I dreamed of to get a start in life's game. Then suddenly it happened. I lost every dime, but I'm richer by far with a satisfied mind. Money can buy back your youth when you're old, or a friend when you're lonely, or a love that's grown cold. The wealthiest person is a pauper at times compared to the man with a satisfied mind. when my life is ended and my time has run out. My friends and my loved ones, I'll leave, there's no doubt. But one thing's for certain, when it comes my time, I'll leave this old world with a satisfied mind. How many times have you heard someone say, how about, let's do Rumble Seat. I heard John Mellencamp do it. I don't know who did it originally. I think it was the Crickets, that guy. All the leaves are green. All my friends are gone. I'm living in my hometown. I can barely get along. I feel sorry for myself. That's an easy thing to do. I feel sorry for the world. I feel sorry for you. Yes, I'm such a pitiful sight. I can't even get one thing right. I know just what it's like to be riding in the rumble seat. Yeah, I know just what it's like to be a big time rider in the rumble seat. Well, I could have a nervous breakdown, but I don't believe in shrinks. I could be drunker than a monkey, but I don't like to drink. I could call up some girls, but I'm afraid of the phone. I'm always talking to myself. I guess I'm never alone. Am I the only one who feels this way? I buy myself some stylish clothes, but I sure hate to pay. I know just what it's like to be riding in that rumble seat. Yeah, I know just what it's like to be a big time rider in the rumble seat. The sun is coming up, just going to bed. I comb my hair with my pillow. Still got some dreams left. Tomorrow is a new day. Gonna make these dreams come true. Gonna believe in myself. I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stop putting myself down. I'm gonna turn my life around. I'll be riding high with my feet kicked up in that rumble seat. Yeah, we'll go for a drive and we'll be singing shotgun from that rumble seat. Yeah, I'll blow you a kiss and we'll be riding big time in my rumble seat. A rumble seat is like a seat that's like in the trunk where the trunk would be, where you're like looking the other way. So he changed it from being a bad thing to being something that he enjoyed. How about a little Share the Land? Have you been around? Have you done your share of coming down on different things that people do? Have you been aware you got brothers and sisters who care about what's going to happen to you in a year from now? Maybe I'll be there to shake your hand. Maybe I'll be there to share the land that they'll be giving away when we all live together. I'm talking about together now. Maybe I'll be there to shake your hand. Maybe I'll be there to share the land that they'll be giving away when we all live together. I'm talking about together now. Did you pay your dues? Did you read the news this morning when the paper landed in your yard? Do you know their names? Can you play their games without losing track or coming down a bit too hard? Maybe I'll be there to shake your hand. Maybe I'll be there to share the land that they'll be giving away when we all live together. I'm talking about together now. Maybe I'll be there to shake your hand. Maybe I'll be there to share the land that they will be giving away when we all live together. I'm talking about together now. Let's do a little Hank Williams. Hear that lonesome whippoorwill. He sounds too blue to fly. The midnight train is winding low. I'm so lonesome I could cry. I've never seen a night so long when time goes crawling by. The moon just went behind a cloud to hide its face and cry. Did you ever see a robin weep when leaves begin to die? That means he's lost the will to live. I'm so lonesome I could cry. The silence of a falling star lights up a purple sky. And as I wonder where you are, I'm so lonesome I could cry. And as I wonder where you are, I'm so lonesome I could cry. Okay, how about little Johnny Horton singing a song? One of his songs about kind of a historical fiction songs. In May of 1941, the war had just begun. The Germans had the biggest ship, they had the biggest guns. The Bismarck was the fastest ship that ever sailed the sea. On her decks were guns as big as steers, with shells as big as trees. Out of the cold and foggy night came the British ship, the Hood, and every British seaman he knew and understood. They had to sink the Bismarck, the terror of the sea. Stop those guns as big as steers and them shells as big as trees. We'll find that German battleship that's making such a fuss. We gotta sink the Bismarck 'cause the world depends on us. We'll hit the decks of running boys and spin them guns around. And then we'll find that Bismarck, we're gonna cut her down. The Hood found the Bismarck, and on that fatal day, the Bismarck started firing 15 miles away. We gotta sink the Bismarck was the battle sound. But when the smoke had cleared away, the mighty Hood went down. For 6 long days and weary nights, they tried to find her trail. Churchill told the people, put every ship a sail. For somewhere on that ocean, I know she's gotta be. We gotta sink the Bismarck to the bottom of the sea. We'll find that German battleship that's making such a fuss. We gotta sink the Bismarck 'cause the world depends on us. We'll hit the decks of running boys and spin them guns around. And when we find that Bismarck, we're gonna cut her down. The fog was gone the 7th day and they saw the morning sun. 10 hours away from homeland, the Bismarck made its run. The admiral of the British fleet said, turn them bows around. We found that German battleship and we're gonna cut her down. The British guns were aimed down, the shells were coming fast. The first shell hit the Bismarck, they knew she couldn't last. That mighty German battleship is just a memory. Sink the Bismarck was the battle cry that shook the 7 seas. We found that German battleship that's making such a fuss. We had to sink the Bismarck 'cause the world depends on us. We hit the decks of running boys and we spun them guns around. We found that mighty Bismarck, then we cut her down. We found that German battleship that was making such a fuss. We had to sink the Bismarck 'cause the world depended on us. We hit the decks a running and we spun them guns around. We found that mighty Bismarck and then we cut her down. Bam, 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 bam. How about a little Some Kind of Wonderful? I don't need whole lots of money. I don't need a big fine car. I got everything a man could want. I got more than I could ask for. I don't have to run around. I don't have to stay out all night. 'Cause I got me a sweet loving woman. And she knows just how to treat me right. Oh, my baby, she's all right. Yeah, my baby, she's clean out of sight. Don't you know that she's some kind of wonderful. She's some kind of wonderful. Yes, she is. She's some kind of wonderful. Yeah, 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 yeah. When I hold her in my arms, you know she sets my soul on fire. Oh, when my baby kisses me, my heart becomes filled with desire. When she wraps her loving arms around me, and by drives me out of my mind. Yeah, when my baby kisses me, chills run up and down my spine. Oh, my baby, she's all right. You know, my baby, she's clean out of sight. Don't you know that she's some kind of wonderful. She's some kind of wonderful. Yes, she is. She's some kind of wonderful. Yeah, 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 yeah. How about Sitting on the Dock of the Bay? Otis Redding song. Sitting in the morning sun, I'll be sitting when the evening come, watching the ships roll in. Then I watch them roll away again. Yeah, I'm sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. I left my home in Georgia, headed for the Frisco Bay. I got nothing to live for. Looks like nothing's gonna come my way. Lord, I'm gonna sit on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Looks like nothing's gonna change. Everything's gonna remain the same, Lord. Sitting here resting my bones, and this loneliness won't leave me alone. 2,000 miles I roam just to make this dock my home. Lord, I'm gonna sit on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. What's that song? Captain song. Ride, Captain Ride. That's what it's called. Let's try that one. Ride, Captain, ride upon your mistress ship. Ooh, I might come back to that. Ride, Captain, ride upon your mistress ship to a place that a Trump might have missed. A 73 men sailed up from the San Francisco Bay, rolled off of the ship, and here's what they had to say. We're calling everyone to ride along to another shore. We can laugh our lives away and be free once more. But no one heard them calling, no one came at all, 'cause they were too busy watching them raindrops fall as the storm was blowing out on the peaceful sea. 73 men sailing off to history. Ride, Captain, ride upon your mistress ship, and be amazed at the friends you have here on your trip. Ride, Captain, ride upon your mistress ship, on your way to a world that others might have missed. 73 men sailed up from the San Francisco Bay, got off of that ship, and here's what they had to say. We're calling everyone to ride along to another shore. We can laugh our lives away and be free once more. Ride, Captain, ride upon your mystery ship. Be amazed at the friends you have here on your trip. Ride, Captain, ride upon your mystery ship on your way to a world that others might have missed. Ride, Captain, ride upon your mystery ship. Be amazed at the friends you have here on your trip. Let's do Resonate. It's from ATB commercials, like about, I don't know, 8 years ago, 6 years ago, quite a while ago. Do you hear the sound in the trembling ground, in the air, the wait so long for the sole keepsake of an old heartache is a whisper, an echo, a song. I find my way back home by the birds and bones, by the westbound sun, to a place I'm known. The streets will remember even if I don't. I'll find my way back home. Now thorn finds place in a torn shoelace, as green entwines the night, and the hymnal freights resonate. Lead me on by sweet starlight. I find my way back home by the words and moans, by a promise made and a promise owed, as gravity pulls from a moonlit road. I find my way back home. I'll find my way back home. I'll find my way home. All righty. I think that's probably enough for tonight. See you tomorrow. Keep well.